The federal government has a major diplomatic headache on its hands, with 3 Australian nationals being held on a Japanese ship supporting the Antarctic whaling fleet. The activists climbed onto the ship on Saturday and they're now facing possible charges for trespass. In a rare moment of policy agreement, the opposition and the Greens want a customs ship sent to monitor the situation. The government insists that all diplomatic options are being explored, but admits the 3 men are at the mercy of Japan's legal system. George Roberts reports from Canberra.
High seas and high tension.
Our advice is that Japanese law will apply because a Japanese boat is the one that's been boarded.
The 3 members of Forest Rescue Australia took their liberation campaign to the ocean, and now they're in need of amnesty. Simon Pettife, Jeffrey Tuxworth and Glenn Pendlebury jumped aboard the Japanese ship Shonan Maru 2 that's part of its Southern Ocean whaling fleet.
We are now doing all we can diplomatically to ensure that these 3 Australian men can be released quickly and promptly.
Another ocean lover
you ready?
wants closer monitoring on Australia's part.
An Australian customs vessel on the spot would be able to keep the peace, as it were.
There's a swell of support for that from most sides, except from the government.
But we don't believe that having another ship down there is necessarily going to assist things and in fact may exacerbate them.
If the Australian government had sent that vessel down straight away, like they did last time, that would have acted as a calming influence.
The activists being pursued by the Shonan Maru 2 are keen for a hand as well.
I find it absolutely extraordinary if the Australian government will allow an armed Japanese vessel to come in and take Australian citizens out of Australian territory and back to Japan. But we'll see what happens.
North of Australia, other diplomatic tensions are on the discussion list for Kevin Rudd. He's in Indonesia to have talks on cattle exports and people smuggling. Of all his international travels, attention to regional neighbours is something the opposition feels the Foreign Minister has left wanting.
Better late than never, but thank God he's there.
Now that's high-level diplomacy. George Roberts, ABC News, Canberra.